Hi, it's Chris, and this is my review of tonight's reading through the Bible in a year chronologically. Tonight, October 8th, we started off in Mark chapter 6, verses 1 through 6, Jesus being rejected at Nazareth, and also in Matthew 13, 53 through 58. So, and that's where we see, and this question came up in Sunday school the other day. How do we know who the brothers of Jesus were? And I think we know that James, who wrote the book of James, is Jesus' brother, and we know that Jude, the book of Jude, he claims to be James's brother, who is the brother of Jesus. But here in Mark 6 verse 3, we have the brother of James. His brothers are James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon, and he has sisters living there. Doesn't say how many. And in Matthew chapter 13, verses 55, we have his brothers, his mother Mary, and his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. All his sisters live right here. So, but he was rejected in his own town. And the story of the blind and mute in Matthew 9, 27 through 34, they were bold. They followed Jesus right into the house he was staying and have mercy on us. And they had faith. They believed that Jesus could save them. But this was another instance where Jesus said, "Don't tell anyone," and they went out telling people, and they didn't hold back. So was that a sin, or was that told them so that they would go out? I don't have that answer, and I'm questioning it right now. And then we have Matthew 9, 35 through 38, and this is the last little bit. Says that the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into his fields. Notice he's not commanding that more workers go to the fields. He's commanding us, or not commanding, he's telling us that we need to pray for more workers into the field for the harvest. In other places, he said the angels of God are the workers, are the harvest. Different illustration. But anyway, do with that which way. He's telling us to pray for more workers into the harvest. Then he sends out his 12 apostles in Mark 6, 7 through 13, and Matthew 10, 1 through 42. There's a lot more in Matthew. And in that he says, go and share and receive hospitality. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to accept hospitality, because those who work deserve to be fed, just like pastors deserve to be paid. Not that we're not going there. We also see in examples of Paul was also a tent maker, and he provided for himself. And I'm not saying either way is better than the other, but the Bible is clear that the people who do the work of the Lord do deserve to be fed. If that's what their job is to be and to do, they deserve to be taken care of. So pastors of churches, ministers of that's their full-time position, they deserve to be taken care of in that way. But we also have the example of Paul that that he didn't accept anything, and he paid his own way. Single person, again, I'm not saying one way or the other is right. They're both right. That's what I'm telling you right here. We do see where they cast out many demons, healed many sick people, and they anointed them with oil. He anointed them with oil, just to keep track of that. We have the names of them. This is one of my favorite sayings right here that Jesus says. He says in Matthew 10, verse 28, says, "Don't be afraid of those who want to kill your body. They cannot touch your soul. Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body in hell." And this is another one. In verse 39, he says, if you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. And so those are very important. And then we have the same story in Luke chapter 9, verses 1 through 6. And they went out and taught. So that was what we read, and that's kind of the long and short of it. Not a big recap tonight, but a lot of good nuggets there. Dig in, read it.